Now in Good Morning Northwest, the wait is over for families of the 4 murdered University of Idaho students. Bryan Kohberger's sentencing hearing begins in just hours. We have live coverage from the Ada County Courthouse.
And summer is back on schedule starting today, and that means you should plan for some warmer weather.
And a deadly fire in Coeur d'Alene claims 1 life and injures several others, including children. What investigators are learning about the cause. You are watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Wednesday, July 23rd.
As the sentencing of Bryan Kohberger unfolds today, attention is not only on the courtroom, but also on what happens afterward.
After the judge delivers the sentence, we're expecting to hear from some families of the victims who have been waiting for this day for more than 2 years. Let's go live out to Hunter Bertram, who's outside the Ada County Courthouse for us this morning. And Hunter, who can we expect to hear from once this hearing wraps up today?
Yeah, Robin, Natalie. Well, once the sentencing wraps up today, we're expected to hear from some of the victims' families, including Kelly Gonsalves' family and Madison Mogen's here on the front area of the Ada County Courthouse. Now, they're expected to address the media as well. At the same time, a press conference will be going on. And it's a moment these families have been preparing for, but it's still unknown what they're going to say. During the sentencing today, the victims' families will go face-to-face with Kohberger, delivering victim impact statements. This is when they can voice to the court and the man who confessed to killing their kids how they have been hurt and their emotions. Depending on how that goes, and the sentencing itself could determine what we hear from afterwards when they do speak to media. And if you recall, not everyone was on board with the plea deal. The Gonsalves spoke against the plea deal for some time now. Also, as the gag order is now lifted, we can expect some other voices close to the case we haven't heard before. And as I was saying earlier, in a development late afternoon, we are now expecting a press conference to happen 45 minutes following the sentencing with Moscow Police, Idaho State Police, and as well Bill Thompson, the prosecutor on this case. And we'll continue to bring you updates here at KXLY.com. Live in Boise, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Hunter, thanks. And again, as Hunter just mentioned, members of the Moscow Police Department, Idaho State Police will hold a news conference following that hearing today.
We expect to learn more about their investigation and key developments in this case. And we will live stream the sentencing. You can watch that on KXLY Plus and KXLY.com. You can follow all of our coverage in our newscasts tonight at 5, 6, and 11.
And now it's time for your first alert forecast. We are headed back to summery conditions today. That begins with sunshine in many places in the inland Northwest. It's sunny in Spokane, 57. But you can see some low cloud cover and even the hints of some fog around Lake Coeur d'Alene. Sitting in the background here of our shot at I-90, 55 degrees right now in Kootenai County. And we have seen some limited visibility as far south as St. Mary's this morning. We're definitely seeing that fog hang around places like Newport, Sandpoint, up into the Bonners Ferry area and other parts of Pend Oreille County, where we saw the bulk of the wet weather yesterday. Some places over an inch of rain, such as around Loon Lake yesterday. For this afternoon, expecting mostly sunny conditions. Might be a sprinkle or two still up in our northern mountains with all that moisture still hanging around today. We'll see mid-80s for highs and start to see a few 90s in the Columbia Basin. All part of us heating up as those summery conditions return. That'll continue for Thursday and Friday in your extended forecast, which we'll cover coming up.
We are following breaking news out of Coeur d'Alene. An 80-year-old woman died in a crash that happened just after 7 o'clock last night. Now, state police say she was driving north on Atlas Road near the intersection of Arrowhead, and that's when she veered out of her lane, crossed into oncoming traffic, and crashed off the road. ISP hasn't released the woman's identity, but says she was the only person in the car. The woman was taken to the hospital, but later died from her injuries. ISP is investigating what caused the crash. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
And we now know the identity of a man killed in a scooter crash over the weekend. The Spokane County Medical Examiner says 21-year-old Sean Nolan died from blunt force injuries. According to Spokane Police, Nolan and his friend were riding on a scooter on a sidewalk near Division and Dalton around 2:20 Saturday morning. Nolan, who was riding on the back, lost his balance and fell into the road. As he fell, a semi-truck driving on Division Street hit him. Despite first responders trying to help Nolan, he was declared dead at the scene.
We hope to learn more today about the victims of a deadly house fire in Coeur d'Alene. One woman died and several other people were hurt. The fire burned a shed and the RV inside, but 5 people were living in. When firefighters arrived, 4 people, including children, were already outside with moderate burns. Then they found a woman inside who was not able to escape the flames.
Once they got on scene, they encountered a fully engulfed pole building that was on fire. And there was also several family members that were outside that were showing signs of light to moderate burns.
Fire crews also found what looked like a grenade on the property. They called in the Spokane County's bomb squad to detonate that grenade, which was then sent to forensics. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
And some breaking news overnight. Residents of Clark Fork and Bonner County are under a boil order this morning. According to the city of Clark Fork, a system failed due to last night's lightning storm. Crews expect to have the system up and running in a few hours. We will let you know what happens and whether that boil order is rescinded.
Well, if you're looking to relax by the pool today, we got some good news for you. The Hilliard Aquatic Center is holding a free swim session in the evening. This is a live look at the center there. There will be some free hot dogs, balloon animals, and much more. It starts at 6:30 p.m., goes until 8 o'clock tonight. And if you can't make it out to the event, don't worry, there'll be one more held at the Liberty Aquatic Center before summer is over.
If pool parties aren't your thing, but you plan on spending time in the Spokane River this summer, free life jackets are available. Washington State Parks supports the Borrow a Life Jacket program, placing more than 70 jackets at 8 different access points. The life jackets range in sizes from infant to extra large and operate on an honor system where you can borrow jackets from kiosks and then return them after you use them. For a full list of kiosk locations, just look for this story on KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest Time is now 6 minutes after 6.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray, taking a live look outside at some more fogginess.
Yeah, some more fogginess. Ooh. So we talked about how nice the sunrise was and to see sun this morning around Spokane. Not everybody's seeing that. This is Sandpoint this morning. It's pretty thick fog around Lake Pend Oreille. Once that gets out of here, we will see a bit more sunshine everywhere in the inland Northwest. My forecast is coming up here shortly.
House Speaker Mike Johnson ends Congress early to prevent a vote on Jeffrey Epstein file disclosure. Democrats and some Republicans push back. Coming up, the political battle over what the public deserves to know.
And nearly a year and a half international manhunt is now over. A 19-year-old accused of a deadly crime spree is back in Washington state to face murder charges. The dramatic capture story is coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
Crafted here, built to last. Solid American craftsmanship, made for your home, made for life. Now for a limited time, save 30% on all American-made furniture, only at the Tin Roof.
R&R RV has just lowered prices on every pre-owned motorhome, fifth wheel, and travel trailer in stock. We're talking jaw-dropping savings on the region's largest selection of pre-owned RVs. All pre-owned units at R&R RV are clean, certified, and never purchased at auction. Quit dreaming. Just do it. Same-day delivery available on many units. Shop pre-owned units now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake, North Spokane, and Lewiston. Or visit rnrrv.com.
Summer's heating up, but your home doesn't have to. During Mainstream's No Sweat Summer Sales event, it's easier than ever to upgrade your comfort with the best financing offer of the year. For a limited time, enjoy 6 months, no payments, no interest on new AC systems. Stay cool, save big, worry less. Call Mainstream today or visit mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this amazing offer. Cooler air is just a click or call away. Don't sweat it. Mainstream has you covered.
It's the All-American Sale at Brothers Flooring. Save big this week on American-made laminate and LVP. Plus, all military and veterans can save an additional 5% off during our All-American Sale at Brothers Flooring.
Always dry scoop before you run.
Listen to me. A hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One-A-Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One-A-Day, science that matters.
It's time to cool off this summer in a new 16-foot or 18-foot swim spa from Quality Spa Spokane at the North Division Y, home of the 6-foot deep swim spa.
Life's just better in a spa. Crafted here, built to last. Solid American craftsmanship, made for your home, made for life. Now for a limited time, save 30% on all American-made furniture, only at the Tin Roof.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A nearly year-and-a-half-long international manhunt ended with a 19-year-old brought back to Tukwila from Kenya. Police say he's responsible for a crime spree that ended with a deadly shooting.
In January of last year, Salman Haji allegedly used a fender bender to trick a woman into pulling over, then took her white Porsche and her bank cards at gunpoint. Police say he and another man used the bank cards, then ended up at a Costco in Tukwila, where a struggle in the parking lot ended up with a woman shot and killed. Police found the stolen Porsche in SeaTac, but no signs of Haji. Nearly a year and a half later, an international investigation between the FBI and the Kenyan government helped return him to the U.S., now charged with robbery and murder.
The humanitarian crisis in Gaza has only worsened since Israel launched its blockade of aid last March, leaving millions of Palestinians facing starvation. Now a coalition of international organizations says the blockade is also endangering the lives of doctors and aid workers. In a joint statement, more than 100 humanitarian groups called on Israel to restore the full flow of food, clean water, and medical supplies to Gaza and agree to a ceasefire.
About 2,000 National Guard troops are expected to be mobilized soon. According to an official and a source, the troops will assist immigration and customs enforcement at detention facilities in roughly 20 states. The troops will be put on Title 32 status, which means they'll be under the command of their state governments. It's unclear right now when the troops will be mobilized, but officials say it could happen this week.
Some House Republicans and Democrats are teaming up on a measure related to the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. They demand the Justice Department release all federal documents related to Epstein. Yesterday, House Speaker Mike Johnson said he would send lawmakers home a day early for August recess, effectively blocking a push to force a vote.
Takeaways today in your forecast. We're back to summery weather. Eventually, we'll all see a pretty good bit of sunshine once this fog lifts in a few areas. We'll also be looking for a sprinkle or two this afternoon.
Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:12.
A woman poses as a nurse for years, treating patients across multiple states without any qualifications. The shocking details of this multi-state fraud scheme just ahead.
First, we got a break and a live look at the place to be this evening. This is the Hilliard Aquatic Center. It's hosting a free pool party tonight from 6:30 to 8. We have more Good Morning Northwest coming up right after this commercial break.
A Spokane woman's terrifying encounter.
There was the bat on my foot.
That bat had rabies. What happened next? Plus, with another rabid bat found in Spokane County, what you need to know to stay safe. Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
If you've been in a wreck with a big truck,
you can bet the trucking company has a lot of lawyers working for them.
That's when you call Russell & Hill
to make sure you get all the money you deserve.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
It's our 48th anniversary at More Furniture, 3 generations strong, thanks to you. For 48 incredible years, we've had the honor of furnishing your homes. From our family to yours, we're celebrating with 72 months interest-free financing and no money down on every purchase over $19.99. Plus, we'll remove and donate your gently used pieces locally. That's 6 full years with no interest. Just gorgeous furniture, unbeatable value, and easy monthly payments. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
Due to recent supply chain delays and clearance items stacking up in the warehouse, this week all Walker's Furniture locations are having an emergency inventory liquidation sale where you can save up to 70% on all floor models, discontinued styles, and clearance items.
New inventory is on the way, so we're clearing space and passing the savings on to you. Plus, special 5-year financing was brought in where you can save now and pay over time with no minimum purchase required.
During the inventory reduction sale this week at Walker's.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
In over your head with the price of doing laundry these days? Arm & Hammer Deep Clean Liquid Detergent cleans 3 times more loads than premium tile detergent at the same price. Clean deep without spending deep.
I'm 4 News Now Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker. Every little bit helps when it comes to protecting our river and aquifer. Learn how you can be water wise.
This week's tip is get to know your water meter. Every homeowner should know where their water meter and shutoff valve is located. Your water meter is a great tool to find if there's any leaks inside or outside your home.
Do your part to be water wise.
Learn more at waterwisespokane.org.
If you've been in a wreck with a big truck,
you can bet the trucking company has a lot of lawyers working for them.
That's when you call Russell & Hill
to make sure you get all the money you deserve.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:15. A disturbing case now of a woman posing as a nurse for years in multiple states.
Authorities say she treated patients while carrying out fraud. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has our story.
She went by dozens of names, but police say Shannon Womack is the real name behind the multi-state nursing fraud scheme. Womack is accused of using 20 aliases and 7 social security numbers to get jobs at nursing homes and rehab facilities, despite her lack of qualifications. Investigators say she stole the identities of real nurses, even setting up a fake staffing agency to hire herself.
So she was picking up the phone and transferring those employment jobs and careers to herself.
In Pennsylvania alone, she was fired from 9 facilities, often after being accused of stealing medication like oxycodone.
She was perpetrating not only a fraud, but not providing the care that was needed.
During a traffic stop, police say she provided 3 fake names. Only after fingerprinting did they uncover her true identity. They say her vehicle was packed with patient logs, drug paraphernalia, and equipment from multiple facilities. At the time, she was wanted in 4 states on charges related to fraud and impersonating a nurse. Officials say she may have started the scheme during the pandemic to take advantage of hospitals in desperate need of nurses.
During that COVID time, they got hit hard and they needed help. So it wasn't uncommon for these different residence locations, agencies to reach out to host agencies and say, we need some extra shifts filled.
The nursing shortage hasn't let up. Nearly 140,000 have left the workforce since 2022. And 40% of those working today say they intend to leave the job in the next 5 years. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Our time is 6:17, and there is a live look at your morning. A lot different than we've seen recently.
Yes, because we're seeing the sunshine. At least some of us are seeing the sunshine
That's right.
here.
There's some foggy areas out there.
There are some foggy areas out there this morning, and you know what? When you go looking for the fog, let's do a 5 seconds of science here. When the humidity is 100%, you are in the clouds. So that is where the fog is this morning. We're also seeing some of that around the St. Mary's as well, which gives 99%. You're in the margin of error here as well. So around Lake Coeur d'Alene, into the St. Mary's area, and likely down these long valleys here in central Idaho, plus Sandpoint, Bonners Ferry. We also have seen some fog around Newport and around the Pend Oreille River as well. In those dark green areas, that's where you're going to be seeing that fog and that mist this morning. Look at Sandpoint. Visibility not great here right along the lakeshore on Highway 95. We've got a little bit in Wallace of kind of that little mountain mist here from all of the extra moisture put in by the wet weather over the last couple of days. Now, as that moisture rises here in the afternoon, there will be a chance for a shower or two, but I don't expect to add, number one, much of anything to the rain gauge. Really, this is just kind of the contingency, right? There's a chance. It's not a good chance, but there is a chance from Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, St. Mary's, all the way up to places like Colville, Bonners Ferry, where we saw the heavier rain over the last couple of days. Some places got over an inch of rain, such as around Loon Lake and Diamond Lake yesterday. Not so much today. We are back to summer. That means we're going to be seeing some warmer temperatures, even with the partly cloudy conditions as we head towards 11 or noon. Once again, for Spokane, I'm just putting it a very slight chance of a shower, 10%. Don't do this very often, but considering the extended forecast, a 10% chance of rain is fairly significant. 80s for this afternoon. We'll end up around about 84, 85 degrees. Could see a couple 86s there around the I-90 corridor, and staying very comfortable for your evening in the upper 70s and low 80s. So this kind of puts to an end a kind of nice little streak here at the end of the weekend, beginning of this week, of some very cool temperatures. We are going to be headed back towards, say, what we were about a week ago when we were in the 90s here in just a couple of days. We're actually behind the pace here for average 90-degree days in Spokane. Boy, that has been nice to see after how hot the last several summers have been, where we were well ahead of the curve here by this point in the year already for better part of the last 2, 3, 4 years. Another 90-degree day on Thursday, and more coming forward next week, but it looks like another nice weekend is setting up for us with temperatures only in the mid-80s. So really just some perfect weather to be out by the pool, out by the river, the lake, just having a nice couple of days.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Okay, bouncing back. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Summertime.
Good morning. Northwest time is now 6:20.
The Seattle Mariners played host to the white-hot Milwaukee Brewers last night, with the M's looking to ruin the Brewers' 11-game win streak. But could they pull it off? We'll tell you. That's next in Morning Sports.
We thank you for joining us this morning here on Good Morning Northwest. Glad you're here. We have more to come. Don't go away.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Blue Compass RV All-American Summer Road Trip is on, with new RVs starting at just $97 a month. Plus, they all come with a 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. Big country, big adventure, big savings, only at Blue Compass RV.
The Chevy Equinox is more than an SUV. It's your chance to give back and your safety check. Whoa. All at an incredible value. It's more than an SUV. It's your Equinox.
Qualified lessees can get this 2025 Equinox all-wheel drive for around $299 a month. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Before, our service would be in and out. We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite and give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, switch and save at least 20% versus AT&T and Verizon. Plus, your plan price is guaranteed for 5 years.
Children's Miracle Network provides life-saving care to children facing serious health challenges. The nonprofit helps kids like this year's champion, Mira.
Mira was born prematurely and diagnosed with a cleft lip and palate. She spent her first 11 weeks in Sacred Heart's NICU. With the help of Children's Miracle Network, she's lived up to the meaning of her name, Miracle.
On Thursday, July 24th, at Spokane Area Dutch Bros, Numerical will donate $1 for every drink purchased to Children's Miracle Network, up to $10,000.
Cheers!
Experience the naturally spectacular Hell's Canyon on a thrilling jet boat tour with Snake Dancer Excursions. Enter to win a jet boat tour for 2, coupled with an overnight stay and breakfast at the Best Western Plus Inn at Hell's Canyon. For information, go to KXLY.com/Hell's Canyon Tour.
First, they dip into science. Then, they dip into yum. Everyone will love the combination of crunchy sticks and creamy Nutella. Nutella and go. Dip into yum.
The Blue Compass RV All-American Summer Road Trip is on, with new RVs starting at just $97 a month. Plus, they all come with a 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. Big country, big adventure, big savings, only at Blue Compass RV.
The Mariners had their hands full last night with this matchup. Milwaukee came in riding an 11-game win streak and one of the best records so far this season. So the M's had to try and cool off this red-hot Brewers team. And if one man is going to be able to do it, it's going to be the big dumper. It took until the 6th inning for either team to get on the board. And this time around, it would be the Mariners. Thanks to, of course, another Cal Raleigh home run. That's his 39th of the year, his 132nd of his career. yet again tying another Ken Griffey Jr. record for the most home runs in a player's first 5 seasons in Mariners history. So the accolades continue to pile on for Raleigh, and the MVP chants start to get a little bit louder. He'll score the only run of the game with that solo homer, beating the Brewers 1-0, this time delivering a shutout to Milwaukee. Pitcher Logan Gilbert is also to thank. He pitched 6 innings and logged 10 strikeouts in the win. But in the first 2 games of this series, the Mariners have only scored 1 run total. So even with the series split at 1 apiece, they're going to have to do a little bit more on offense to sneak by the Brewers one last time. Game 3 this afternoon in T-Mobile Park with first pitch at 12:40. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
Your time is 6:25 on the dot.
Today is Judgment Day for Bryan Kohberger. In just a few hours, he will learn our details from what you can expect down out in the Ada County Courthouse today. It's coming up in just a little bit.
Plus, investigators say the deadly Canfield Mountain firefighter ambush was planned. Sheriff Norris shares chilling new evidence, including a handwritten note that reads, "Tomorrow I go into battle." The disturbing details ahead. And as we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, could focusing too much on sleep trackers actually be keeping you up at night?
I was kind of like stressed about it. It's just like I felt like it was like too much data.
For 29-year-old Nancy Chen, a marketing manager who moonlights as a boxing instructor, the device became a problem of its own.
I think it was this cycle of I knew that my sleep score was going to be bad.
For people like Nancy, the constant monitoring led to a condition known as orthosomnia.
Orthosomnia refers to individuals for whom tracking may have become or is potentially stressful, and then it causes them to struggle the next night.
And the harder they try to control their sleep, the worse it gets. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on orthosomnia and the expert tips you need to get a good night's sleep. With your GMA First Look, I'm Dr. Tara Narula, ABC News, New York.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make a little one feel like a giant, can bring sparkle to a teenager, or be the unspoken language between best buddies. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch as they welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
It's the All-American Sale at Brothers Flooring. Save big this week on American-made laminate and LVP. Plus, all military and veterans can save an additional 5% off during our All-American Sale at Brothers Flooring.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away. Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Mirajoy, the overwhelming relief after Miralax helps you go. Miralax works naturally with the water in your body. Miralax, free your gut to free your mood.
For more fiber per serving than any other gummy, try Mira Fiber.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now Story Tracker kicking off this half hour with some of the stories people are reading about online.
House Republicans want to rename the John F. Kennedy Center's Opera House. In an amendment to a spending bill for the Interior Department, they included language that would designate the building as the First Lady Melania Trump Opera House. The congressman who introduced it said it's, quote, an excellent way to recognize the First Lady's commitment to promoting the arts. Melania Trump is an honorary chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Kennedy Center.
Scientists say the Earth is spinning faster this summer, and that's making some days marginally shorter. Thursday, July 10th was the shortest day of the year so far. Scientific data shows that day lasted less than 24 hours by 1.36 milliseconds. There are shorter days ahead. The discrepancy isn't enough to be noticeable to humans, but some experts believe the phenomenon could eventually lead to a scenario similar to the Y2K problem, which threatened to bring modern civilization to a halt. Luckily, it was not successful.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Wednesday, July 23rd.
The community of Moscow, Idaho and beyond is on edge today as we await the sentencing of Bryan Kohberger.
His recent confession has been a focal point for everyone seeking closure after such a tragedy. Bryan Kohberger admitted stabbing to death Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, and Kaylee Gonsalves in an off-campus home at the University of Idaho in November of 2022. This is a live look outside the courtroom in Boise, where everyone is going inside to take their places in court. Families preparing to deliver powerful victim impact statements. They hope to convey the deep loss and pain they've endured over the past 2+ years. The proceedings will begin with emotional statements from the families, followed by both the prosecution's sentencing recommendations and defense argument, then the judge's decision. Bryan Kohberger's defense may provide further insight into his actions during this process. It is known as allocution. It's a statement made by the defendant to the court, typically during sentencing. In this moment, they can address the judge directly, express remorse, explain their actions, or plead for leniency. However, it's important to note Kohberger is not obligated to speak if he chooses not to do so.
And we're taking another live look outside the courtroom right now. As you can see, people are starting to be let inside the doors there, many lining up since last night. Many will hope to hear from Kohberger answering that question of why he did it. Now, following the hearing, members of the Moscow Police Department and the Idaho State Police will be holding a news conference.
And we expect to hear more about their investigation and key developments in the case. We will stream the sentencing. You can watch it on KXLY Plus or on KXLY.com. You can follow all of our coverage in our newscasts tonight at 5, 6, and 11.
And it's time for your first alert forecast, which will be much calmer than yesterday. Thanks to Mike Graham in Pend Oreille County for sending us this hail that came along with the rain at his house. And you can see it was small, but it was quite mighty and probably had quite a sound to go along with it here as well. All that moisture in Pend Oreille County and across the northern panhandle in northeastern Washington has led to some fog this morning. We're seeing that just across the line from Pend Oreille County in the Old Town area on the Idaho side, where the Pend Oreille River's down there somewhere. Just can't see it through the fog. Fog is especially thick around Sandpoint, so take it a little slow out there this morning. Bonners Ferry seeing that thick fog here as well. In Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, we're in the sunshine. We'll see some kind of variable cloud cover as we head through the morning hours, a couple of mountain sprinkles, but everything clears out by the evening, and we'll see temperatures much warmer than the past few days in the mid-80s, and we just keep getting warmer after that. We'll be very much feeling like summer as we head into Thursday and Friday in your extended forecast coming up.
Kootenai County Sheriff Bob Norris shared details of the Canfield Mountain ambush that killed 2 firefighters and critically injured another.
Investigators believe 20-year-old Wes Rowley planned the June 29th ambush. And while they don't know the exact motive, investigators say the intent there is clear. During the press conference, Sheriff Norris showed drawings of what was found in Wes Rowley's apartment. He says one of the drawings looks similar to the parking lot where Rowley shot the firefighters. Evidence also reveals that Rowley was at the fire department's administrative office just weeks before the attack, asking to be a firefighter, but things took a turn when he learned it wouldn't happen easily.
It was described to us as he left there in a very, very frustrated and agitated state.
The sheriff says Rowley shot himself at the scene, and officers found a shotgun underneath him. Investigators also found a handwritten note in Rowley's truck addressed to his father with the phrase, "Tomorrow I go into battle and I bid thee farewell."
Spokane Community-Oriented Policing Services, known as Spokane Cops, is ending its 32-year partnership with the city of Spokane. In April, the city offered Spokane Cops a $200,000 contract over the next 19 months. COPS says that contract isn't enough to operate compared to the $600,000 annual budget it had before. The city says it gave the volunteer organization several deadlines to sign the contract and that COPS ignored all of them.
We gave COPS much more time to respond to this contract and to make revisions than we do traditionally with other contractors. Yes. Usually we expect a contract to be signed within the first deadline that we give.
COPS says it is looking for private partners to fund the organization. And the city is looking for new organizations to do neighborhood patrols and work with businesses to deter crime.
We are following breaking news out of D.C. President Trump is rolling out a new trade deal, but this time with Japan. That deal includes tariff cuts and promises of some major new investments under the new terms. Tariffs on Japanese imports will drop to 15%. Now, that's a big change from the 25% the president had already threatened to impose starting August 1st. President Trump also says Japan will invest more than $500 billion into the U.S.
We're doing things that have never been done in this country before, and our country is becoming very rich again.
The deal also follows new agreements with the Philippines and Indonesia. Both are now facing 19% tariffs on exports to the U.S. Meanwhile, more talks with Europe are scheduled for later this week. This is a developing story, and we will continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Well, we are still tracking some wildfires around the region this morning. The first is the Lake Spokane fire, which is burning west of 9 Mile Falls. The fire has burned 2,300 acres so far, or 3.6 square miles, and has 16% containment. Level 2 and 3 evacuations are still in place right now, per the Stevens County Emergency Management Office. Investigators say the fire is human-caused, but the exact cause is still under investigation.
And the other major wildfire still burning this morning is the Hope Fire, 15 miles north of Kettle Falls. It's burned 7,800 acres and has about 55% containment. Crews are focused on mop-up and suppression repair. Level 1 and 2 evacuations remain in effect for the area surrounding the fire. Good morning, Northwest time is 6:36.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray here as we kick off our day. Got some rain yesterday.
Had some rain the last couple of days, and the thing is, when you talk about thunderstorms, the heavy rain is very concentrated in small places. So not everybody got the benefits of the rain, and that will become more of a factor as we start warming up later this week. Your forecast coming up.
Millions of student loan borrowers face uncertainty as the Education Department temporarily stops loan forgiveness. The pause affects income-based repayment plans with no clear timeline for resumption. What it means for your family's finances just ahead.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
At Fred Meyer, you never compromise. You get up high quality that's guaranteed fresh and down low prices on over 1,000 items. With quality and savings that add up, Fred Meyer shoppers never compromise. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve. Don't let big insurance get ahead of you.
Our team acts quickly to handle everything for you, so you don't have to worry about a thing.
After my recent accident, I knew I needed help, so I called Craig Swap & Associates. They really fought for me and treated me fairly every step of the way.
Don't wait. Call Craig Swamp & Associates today and let us handle it for you. One call, that's all.
509-999-9999. Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain Resort. Play 2 days in Idaho's largest indoor water park and enjoy one night in a beautiful condo for just $57 a person. Ride America's longest gondola for breathtaking scenic views or cruise the Northwest's #1 bike park. Create new family memories around the fire, an outdoor movie, or an evening stroll through the village. Just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene on I-90. Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
And the princess never felt the pee as the summit made for a perfect night's sleep.
What was it like before Denver Mattress?
30 years ago, getting a mattress was pretty scary. Middlemen hawked spring-filled slabs, hardly fit for a dog, at prices like you wouldn't believe. And you'd barely sleep, what with bad foam and even worse support. But then Denver Mattress came to town. They promised a better night's sleep, and they delivered. And it still holds true to this day. Denver Mattress. After 30 years, still the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Music in Manitou brings exciting South American sounds from Piazzolla's Four Seasons to Bariba Union's beatbox rhythms. July 22nd and 23rd. Tickets at nwbachfest.com.
At Fred Meyer, you never compromise. You get up high quality that's guaranteed fresh and down low prices on over 1,000 items. With quality and savings that add up, Fred Meyer shoppers never compromise. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
A Spokane woman's terrifying encounter.
There was the bat on my foot.
That bat had rabies. What happened next? Plus, with another rabid bat found in Spokane County, what you need to know to stay safe. Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest. It's now 6:40. Texas lawmakers will hold a special hearing today to investigate the state's response to the deadly flash floods that hit over the July 4th weekend. At least 135 people were killed in central Texas, including more than 100 in Kerr County, where children's camps and RV parks sat on the banks of the Guadalupe River. The Joint Select Committee's inquiry will include testimony from officials in charge of managing the rivers in the area, as well as the head of the Division of Emergency Management and members of the state police. Lawmakers are expected to seek details about flood planning, disaster preparedness, and response and communications.
Forecast takeaways for today. We're back to summer. We're going to see the sunshine come out, even if you are waking up to a little bit of fog in your area this morning. Also likely to see at least a sprinkle or two later today.
The U.S. Department of Education has temporarily paused certain student loan forgiveness. Earlier this month, the department posted on its student aid website that it halted the cancellation of student loans in income-based repayment plans. The reason? It needs to address a federal court order that affects income-driven repayment plans, particularly regarding how certain payment periods are counted towards forgiveness. Roughly 2 million borrowers in these plans are eligible to have their loans forgiven after either 20 or 25 years of payments. The department says forgiveness will resume once system updates are made, but no timeline has been provided yet. Good morning, Northwest time right now, 6:41.
A Delta jet with 150 people on board nearly collides with another plane on a Mexico City runway. The pilot saw the other jet flying right over them and aborted takeoff. We have the details next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
We invite you to Mistaqua Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play. Enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Mistaqua.com.
It's the Summer Splash Sale this week at Quality Spas at the North Division Y, where we take our popular Cal Spas made in the USA and mark them down as low as $7,995, with giant swim spas up to $3,000 off, and our super deep 6-foot swim spa up to $4,000 off, making it the perfect time to cool off or relax this summer with massive savings this week at Quality Spas in Spokane.
Life's just better in a spa.
If you have a vehicle you no longer need, you can give it new purpose through Union Gospel Mission. Simply go to ugmmotors.org or call 509-327-HELP to schedule a pickup. Your donation gives people like Tyler food, shelter, job training, and the opportunity for a whole new life. Be a driver of change. Donate your vehicle to Union Gospel Mission.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point.
it's also an escape route. That is why our highly trained technicians handle every job with unmatched professionalism. From broken springs to noisy rollers, we'll get your door running smoothly, securely, and fast. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
Looking for a new appliance but don't want to wait weeks for delivery? At Fred's Appliance, our Get It Today inventory makes sure you don't have to. Thanks to our fully stocked warehouses, we have a vast selection of appliances ready for you right now. From refrigerators to washing machines, ovens to dryers, you name it, we have it ready to go. No more waiting, no more delays. Just the appliance you need when you need it. Fred's Appliance. If we advertise it, we've got it. Visit any of our showrooms and get your new appliance today.
Travel for Adventures is brought to you in part by TourMosesLake.com.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:44. New concerns about safety in the sky after yet another close call involving a passenger plane.
Yeah, we also learned overnight about a pilot with a major airline allegedly failing a breathalyzer test. ABC's Lionel Moise has the story.
Another close call involving a Delta Airlines plane, this time heading to Atlanta. The Delta 737 with 150 people on board was taking off from Mexico City, but an Aeromexico jet was also cleared to land on that same runway. The Delta pilots, already reaching about 60 miles per hour, saw the Aeromexico plane flying right over them as it came in for landing and slammed on the brakes to abort takeoff. The planes came within just 200 feet of each other.
If something appears right over your head like that, it's going to be incredibly confusing.
One question the investigators will have is why did the Aeromexico flight, as it was landing, not see the Delta jet that was also on the runway? This came within seconds of being a terrible tragedy.
Air traffic control audio capturing the moments after.
Wow. Increíble.
Delta praising the pilot, saying, "We appreciate the flight crew's actions to maintain situational awareness and act quickly." Aeromexico says it's working with authorities, saying the safety of our customers and employees is and will always be our highest priority. Just last week, another mid-air scare, a Delta regional jet coming in for landing at Minot International Airport in North Dakota Friday had to make a hard turn after spotting a B-52 bomber. New video showing the military plane here flying over the state fair with its location off. The Air Force saying it was never told about an inbound commercial jet by the control tower, which at the small Minot Airport is run by a private company. And yet another story involving Delta overnight. Reports said a female pilot failed a breathalyzer test before a flight from Sweden. That flight bound for New York's JFK Airport was canceled. But later, Delta saying the pilot was not intoxicated and that authorities have now released her.
And we're expecting Swedish authorities to elaborate later today on what triggered that failed breathalyzer report. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
Well, here's a live look, the start to our morning here. A little hazy out there.
And it's muggy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, it's muggy.
Yes, it is muggy as well. All of that rain is now translated into moisture, and in some cases it's translated into fog. So we got that muggy feeling that'll last until things start lifting up again in the afternoon. So a big contrast depending on where you are and how much rain you ended up with yesterday. We've got thick fog around Lake Pend Oreille. You can see the Sandpoint area, low visibility. Be careful out there. Then we go into the valley in Spokane, and hey, nice and sunny. And yes, as we mentioned before, those muggy conditions to start our day with some comfortable temperatures otherwise. Now, as that moisture lifts, we'll see partly cloudy conditions in these areas that saw a bunch of the rain yesterday. And we may even see a sprinkle or two, likely mostly in the mountains. I'm not anticipating anything major for your rain gauge or major impact to your day or your plans from any little shower that tries to get going later today. And so that leaves our percentages for the last 30 days for rain basically where they are. Sandpoint, Bonners Ferry doing good. The areas that just got some rain, such as Ritzville, now doing much better, but there's a lot of places that did not get rain. Look at Grand Coulee and Moses Lake. Still at 0% for the last 30 days. And from Spokane and in Coeur d'Alene, we went from really bad to just kind of bad when it comes to the percent of average rainfall here for a little bit of June and parts of July. Then you add the lightning strikes. There was over 700 in our wider region yesterday. We had close to 600, most of that in our local area yesterday with these thunderstorms. So as we start to heat up, along with some breezy conditions we're anticipating for the end of the week. It is time to get back into fire season mode here after we got that little break. Could even see some what they call holdover fires, where if there's 1 or 2 embers from some of those lightning strikes still going, that may lead to a little bit of smoke as we head later into the week. So make sure you're calling that in, even if you had some lightning near your area the last couple of days. Gusty for Thursday and for Friday, right about 25 miles an hour. We may see some fire weather alerts in the Columbia Basin. We'll keep you updated here as those come down. For Thursday, highs around 90 degrees, so we're going to warm up the next couple of days and then kind of even out here with some fairly average summertime temperatures. That is nice to see, that it's not getting too hot. Got to keep an eye on next week, though. It does look like we're kind of inching back towards those kind of middle and upper 90s by next Monday, next Tuesday. So something to keep in mind there. But the weekend, I tell you what, is looking pretty awesome. Mid-80s and sunshine. You can't ask for much better this time of the year.
Great lake weather or whatever. Baseball weather, all the things.
Good stuff.
Enjoy it. Thanks, Matt. Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:49.
Your morning sprint is coming up right after this break. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And get 48 months, no interest financing. The anniversary sale, on now at Furniture Row.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
During July, Chevy drives America. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado with around $8,000 in total value. That's 15% below MSRP. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
It's the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And that means 30% off all Doctor's Choice Original and Hybrid. Or save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score 48 months no interest plus free shipping. But hurry, the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is just about 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint.
We are looking at mostly sunny skies today with just a slight chance of an isolated shower here and there. Meteorologist Matt Gray has your forecast.
Hannah Joy's in studio with details of a deadly crash last night in Coeur d'Alene.
But first, the community of Moscow, Idaho and beyond is on edge today as we wait for the sentencing of Bryan Kohberger. Kohberger admitting to stabbing to death Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogan, Xander Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin in an off-campus home at the University of Idaho in November of 2022. This morning, many were waiting outside the courtroom in Boise. Families are preparing to give emotional victim impact statements. Here's a live look at the courthouse right now. They want the judge to understand the deep pain and loss they've endured over the past 2 years. Now, after that, prosecutors and the defense will give their sentencing recommendations before the judge delivers a final decision. Kohberger may also speak in what's called an allocution, but he's not required to say anything. And we're going to take another live look outside of the courtroom right now. Many hope that we will hear from Kohberger answering the question of why he did it.
And following that hearing, members of the Moscow Police Department and Idaho State Police will hold a news conference. We expect to hear more about their investigation and key developments in this case. We will live stream the sentencing. You can watch it on KXLY Plus and on KXLY.com. You can also follow all of our coverage and our newscasts on 5, 6, and 11 tonight.
And we are back to summery weather this afternoon around the inland northwest. After that fog begins to lift in some areas this morning, temperatures quickly warming up into the 70s as we head towards lunchtime. We'll see low 80s this afternoon. And once again, just a very small chance of a sprinkle, mostly in mountain areas from all of that moisture still lingering from yesterday. Mid 80s, that'll be our high today.
And we are still tracking some wildfires around our region right now. The first is the Lake Spokane fire, which is burning west of 9 Mile Falls. That fire has burned 2,300 acres, or 3.6 square miles, and has 16% containment this morning. Level 2 and Level 3 evacuations are still in place per the Stevens County Emergency Management Office. Investigators say that the fire is human-caused, but the exact cause is still under investigation.
The other major fire still burning is the Hope Fire, 15 miles north of Kettle Falls. This fire's burned 7,800 acres and has 55% containment. Crews are focused on mop-up and suppression repair. Level 1 and Level 2 evacuations are still in effect for the areas surrounding the fire. And we hope to learn more today about the victims of a deadly house fire in Coeur d'Alene. A woman died, several other people were hurt. When firefighters arrived, 4 people, including children, were already outside with moderate burns. They then found a woman inside who was not able to escape. Fire crews also found what looked like a grenade on the property. They called in the Spokane County Bomb Squad to detonate that grenade, which was then sent to forensics. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
Kootenai County Sheriff Bob Norris shared details of the Canfield Mountain ambush that killed 2 firefighters and critically injured another. Investigators believe 20-year-old Wes Rowley planned the June 29th ambush. During the press conference yesterday, Sheriff Norris showed drawings found in Wes Rowley's apartment. Evidence also reveals that Rowley was at the fire department's administrative office just weeks before the attack, asking to be a firefighter. But things took a turn when he learned it wouldn't happen easy. The sheriff said Rowley shot himself at the scene.
Spokane Community-Oriented Policing Services, known as Spokane Cops, is ending its 32-year partnership with the city of Spokane. The city offered Spokane Cops a $200,000 contract over the next 19 months, but Cops says that contract isn't nearly enough to operate compared to the $600,000 annual budget it had before. The city says the group missed several deadlines to sign the contract. Now, Cops is seeking private funding while the city looks for new groups to handle neighborhood patrols and business outreach.
We are following breaking news out of Coeur d'Alene, where an 80-year-old woman died in a crash. Now, Idaho State Police say it happened just after 7 last night on Atlas Road near the intersection of Arrowhead. The woman veered out of her lane, crossed into oncoming traffic, and crashed off the road. She was taken to the hospital, but later died from her injuries. ISP says she was the only person in the car and has not released her identity yet. The crash is still under investigation.
We now know the identity of the man killed in a scooter crash over the weekend. The Spokane County Medical Examiner says 21-year-old Sean Nolan died from blunt force injuries. According to the Spokane Police, Nolan and his friend were riding on the scooter on a sidewalk near Division and Dalton around 2:20 Saturday morning when Nolan lost his balance and fell into the road, where he was then hit by a semi-truck. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
Breaking news overnight, residents of Clark Fork and Bonner County are under a boil order this morning. According to the city of Clark Fork, a system failed due to last night's lightning storm. Crews expect to have the system up and running in a few hours. We'll let you know if the boil order is rescinded.
And we'll be back with the final check of weather with meteorologist Matt Gray. That's right after this break.
It's the All-American Sale at Brothers Flooring and Design. This is where we offer big savings on our American-made flooring, like our Pet Perfect and Color Wall fashion carpets. Plus, we'll install as many rooms as you want for $17.76 in celebration of our independence. And you can also save big on American-made cabinets. Plus, all military and veterans could save an additional 5% off during our All-American sale at Brothers Flooring.
I'm 4 News Now Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker. Every little bit helps when it comes to protecting our river and aquifer. Learn how you can be water wise.
This week's tip is get to know your water meter. Every homeowner should know where their water meter and shutoff valve is located. Your water meter is a great tool to find if there's any leaks inside or outside your home.
Do your part to be water wise.
Learn more at waterwisespokane.org.
It's time to cool off this summer in a new 16-foot or 18-foot swim spa from Quality Spa Spokane at the North Division Y, home of the 6-foot deep swim spa.
Life's just better in a spa.
Looking at the little bit of a misty, muggy start to our morning around Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, in the inland northwest. Where you see that, or where you saw rain last night, you'll likely see some fog for a couple more hours before it lifts. We'll have mostly sunny conditions, a few light mountain sprinkles here for the afternoon, and then more hot weather and breezy conditions heading into the back end of the week with a nice looking weekend coming up here.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, we have sure appreciated having you along. Be sure to stick around and also tune in to KXLY.com and the KXLY Plus app for streaming of the Bryan Kohberger sentencing. That's coming up in about an hour. We will see you throughout the morning here on Good Morning America starting now.